And what do you want me to tell you? These here is poplar bark buckets, and they're called Indian buckets. Indian buckets, Indian berry buckets. And I reckon that is the facts because the book that I read on them, the people, even when they come here from white people said they used them, the same style of buckets. And the poplar bark starts peeling about the middle of May. And that's when you have to skin them out. You know, you got to cut them in blocks as long as you want them, about 28 inches long. Then you get the whole length, split it down the middle and peel the bark off. And
where do you get those designs in it?
Then you got to get bark, you have to flatten it out, you know, full length.
Right.
Then you got to get the center. You make a mark down the same side, you know.
Right.
Then you do the cat's eye. We call this the cat's eye, you know. Make the design on that stick flat. Then you bend it. You bend it in the middle.
What holds that in there? Glue?
No, it ain't glue. That's made that way.
Oh.
It's all, I mean, you can look inside and see you just cut the outer bark and bend the interior bark still in it. So just one piece of bark. You have to mash it together. I mean, you bend it, put it over your leg. That's what makes the design. Then you have to bend it, you know. And as you bend it, well, it makes designs at the bottom. Then you tie a string around it up here, hold it together like this. Then you make your holes. Get your little hickory bark, which is the hardest part there to hold about the whole bucket is getting all them little strips to sew it up with. Because you got to skin the bark off of a young tree about walking stick size, poplar tree about almost 6 feet long to sew up each side. And you can make them any size you want. Of course, it depends on how big the tree is.
How long does it take you to make one?
How
long does it take you to make one?
Well, there ain't no way to know.
Oh.
Because, you know, you've got to get everything ready. You got to go to wood and get the tree.
Right.
But there's one already cut down and just stick of wood laying on the porch. I can peel it and make a bucket in about an hour. But see, it takes a lot longer than that to get everything ready, and you got to do all this. But
right.
If you had this already cut, these barks, and just a piece of that, you can make them just a little while. It don't take long to sew them up. Of course, you got to make these holes with a knife.
Material to get.
So this would be what when you go out collecting blackberries?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Use this bucket?
Yeah. Yeah, they carry them just like this, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see the Indian carrying them, but I mean that's the way there's some people come this year. We had a lot of cherries. They come pick cherries and they wanted a bucket to put them in. I give them one of these buckets here, and they thought that was a treat, you know, picking cherries in a berry bucket. And you can make them any size. See, right here is about as little as, and it takes longer to make that than it does this, a whole lot longer, because you have to, you know, you have to get them holes through, and you have to have a stick to poke them through and one to guide them and everything else.
Where'd you learn to make these baskets?
Do what?
Where'd you learn to make these?
Where?
Uh-huh.
Well, I went to, in 80 or 81, I'm not sure which, the Fox Fire, you know, was just beginning in Rayburn County.
Uh-huh.
And the Forest Service sponsored them on one project, and and I don't know who it was, don't have no idea who it was, but somebody come that knowed how to make them from Tennessee or North Carolina one, and they had the blocks already cut, you know, and I watched them, you know, split the bark and peel it, and watched them fold them and all that, and I had to jot it down in my mind, you know, till I got home, and I come and cut me a poplar, and as best I could remember, you know, I done it just like they did.
Yeah.
And it turned out where I could still have a pattern to go by, but then more you made, well, more you learned how you had to be exactly in the center, you know, and all that to get them to come out right. And the more you make, well, the more easier it is to make.
Sure. Well, and is there a certain time of year that it's better to because of the wood?
Well, it has to be in May and June. June's the main month that I like to do it in. But as long as the bark comes off the tree, you can make them. But it's too late now. I don't get bark wouldn't peel off. But it won't peel at all, you know, till the sap starts, and the leaves on the poplar trees has to be half grown. And that is a solid bottom, and there's most people that looks at them wonder how in the world you make a bottom fit on these.
Yeah.
But it's all in the design. It's crafted in there, really, is what it's done.
Right.
These can be flower buckets, you know, put flowers in, or kindling wood, either one. But the people that buy them always got a chimney, want to set them on the hearth to put their splinters in them. And they'd be all the same price. I mean, it all comes out the same kind of trees, all the bark made. And this is personally my design here. It ain't, Indians didn't know I was going to make these. And it still ain't found out, I don't think.
I'm sure they would love that their baskets are still being made.
Yeah,
would
they'd like that, wouldn't they?
Yeah. So you're going to be at the Highlands Craft Show?
Yeah, I'll be at the craft show up there. I've got the front hall there where you enter. I think that's where my place is at.
All right, so people can look for you there.
Yeah.